Good Monday. I'm Maleah, and welcome to Monday Morning Jolt. Let's get started.
Good morning. Today with us is Roberta Maxwell,
Yeah.
right? She's a very interesting and intriguing person, and she's living the now.
I live in the now, yes.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about yourself. I
Yeah.
know you are who you are, but tell us a little bit about.
Other than beyond the physical thing that you see here, or
Yes.
okay, beyond the physical being that I am. I'm an energy that radiates the life force, and I express it in an interesting way.
Okay, and then like if somebody were to talk to you, would they talk about, I know you don't want to put yourself in a box, but are they talking about like astrology or like energy, or what would be like a very interesting topic?
Okay,
for some?
that's a good point, because astrology and energy are intermixed, all right? So I use astrology as a tool for personal development. And I've been doing that for many, many years. So when we get beyond the idea of astrology as this predictive tool that's going to tell you what's going to happen today in your life, or you should be this way, and we get beneath the surface and we scratch a little bit deeper, we find out it is a very profound tool to help us grow in our own self-awareness and develop and evolve to higher states of consciousness.
So when you say astrology, what does it mean? Is it the planetary motion, or
No.
where the planets are?
No, it's the angular relationships at a given time of our birth to the 4 different times of along the elliptic, the spring equinox, the fall equinox, the solstice, and the winter and summer solstices. Those points are very pivotal, and then the angles of the relationship, the spring equinox starts the cycle, the 360-degree cycle, and how there's angular relationships at the time we're born along the elliptic path, the electromagnetic field.
Some advanced stuff.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Right, it's not, it really, again, if we can get beyond the idea that astrology is this thing, that's a tool that you look up in the newspaper. It's a very profound science and way of living life that really helps you grow so much beyond who you think you are.
Yeah, that's something that we all try to define.
Well, and we also want to integrate ourselves. One of the biggest goals we have in being humans is to be holistic and integrate all the aspects of our lives at any given time. And some of them are hidden from us. They're deep on the unconscious. We don't know about it until a given moment in time where it's triggered.
Oh yeah.
And so, knowing these special times and how to use it really changes the way that you live your life.
I could listen to you for a while. I like this. Why are Mondays great for you? What do you do to kickstart your Monday and get it going?
A nice big tall glass of chai, a cup of chai, and a tarot reading.
Yeah. Is it iced or?
No, it's nice and hot, nice and hot, and I pull out my deck of tarot cards and start my day.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
wonderful.
Yeah.
So, like a lot of people, Roberta, like they're trying to find their spiritual past, or they're like stressed out. Even a lot of businesses, they don't have direction sometimes, right? What is one advice that you can give them?
Oh, that's such a big thing. I think.
But like, what comes off your mind right away?
I think that the same advice always, just find out who you are. We often ask the question, what do you do? But doing does not define who we are. So if we all just took the time to ask ourselves the question, who are we? And really contemplate that in a very quiet way. It's amazing what happens. And make that your life's mission. Everything else unfolds out of it.
Because the other day I was listening to this guru kind of guy. He said what we don't do is like when everything is moving, we try to move, right? And he said what we should do is not move, stand still and see what all these things are moving.
From an astrological perspective, I can say there's time for movement and there's time for sitting.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what's the timing of thing? And that's where astrology helps. For me personally right now, it's a time for being a little bit more quiet and listening. I mean, that's it. If we learn to listen, when is the time to listen? When is the time to move?
I like that. I like that.
It's great.
Do you have an adage by which you live your life by? I kind of think I've heard a few in here, but...
I think that the biggest thing is always to remember that I don't attach who I am or what I do to who I am. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense. I just don't believe that there should be attachment to our ego. I guess that's the best thing. We become identified and we label, that's what we are, who we are, we grow from there. And I stay away from that as much as I possibly
So
can.
you set your ego aside.
I don't want to be called an astrologer. I don't want to be called a spiritualist.
Like labels.
Because you fall under this umbrella and then there's expectations people have and you will always disappoint them and yourself.
That's
Yeah,
true.
it
That's
is
true.
So just learn how to be.
Yeah, and then like now this kind of like a tricky question. If you were to have a superpower, what kind of superpower would you have? That you'll be like flying through the air or like move the planets?
I think that Maleah asked that just while we were sitting out there for a few minutes, and the truth is I can't think of it. Maybe just being more present.
Oh, that's.
It could be
That's a
because
good one.
see,
I
to
like
me
that.
when people ask this question, I said absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I just want to be more present in the
Yeah,
moment here.
And that takes a power to
Yeah.
do that. You know, you can try to do that, but that takes something special to be able to do that all the time.
I think that every time people try to do or be something else other than staying in this moment in time, they miss so much. You know, you operate from a place of not being connected.
Now tell us something about you that would surprise people who know you.
That would surprise people. I don't know.
People who think they know you really well, what would surprise them?
I don't.
I
Not
don't know,
much.
I was gonna say, you look like
I'm not much. I'm pretty much
You,
right out
an open
there. I'm pretty out there. I don't have much.
That's good. So, Roberta, like now, if somebody were to get hold of you, how do they get hold of you? What's the phone number, website, if you have one?
I don't have a website. You can call me at 1-800-599-9820.
Okay. And does that spell something or is it just
No, it's
numbers?
just a number.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we would like to thank you for coming and
Thank
joining
you.
us. And
Thank
we'd like
you.
to thank the audience for
Thank you.
joining us today. We are recording at New Ground Coffee Company. And this is Monday Morning Jolt. Use it.